No? All right, we're just going to get started. Feel free to stop me and ask any questions at any time. This is, your guys' time to get some answers on how to get your contacts into command. All right, let me share my screen really quickly. Let me get out of here. Sorry, just a second. Okay. All right. So are you guys seeing this blank screen here just on Google? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Perfect. So basically to get to, so I'm just going to start right from the beginning. To get to command, you are going to go to agent.kdub.com. If I can type correctly. I'm going to actually log out so I can show you this home screen. It is going to bring you to this home screen. And if you don't know your login, you should have, at least in the Seattle Market Center, you should have set that up with Scott Leroy Marketing. If you are not sure of your username and password, feel free to reach out to your ASC or MCA of your office, and they are more than happy to get that information over to you. All right, so I'm just going to log in. And now we are at our home screen. And so first I'm going to start off with your marketing profile. So this is just going to be kind of the start off that I always start off with, because if you always just want to make sure all of your information is up to date. And so if you did go through Scott Leroy Marketing, this is something that you would have filled out in their questionnaire. Some of these you might not have filled out. You might have just left them blank. So you can always go to this area to fill these out and to update that. So I'm going to go up here to my name, and then I am going to go to settings. And then from settings, I'm going to go to connect settings and marketing profile. All right. And so in this marketing profile is going to be all of your information. And so you're just always going to want to make sure this is up to date. And then, of course, as you see this, use my information to brand my agent site. This is just going to be so that all of your, when you do make your agent site, when you do send things out to your sphere, all of this information you won't have to repeat putting in, because it's just going to pull it automatically over. So if you have your headshot, make sure that your headshot is uploaded. For team logo, if you're not on a team, you don't have to upload a logo. You are welcome to upload the BKCO logo, because we are all a part of the Ben Kenny Company, Ben Kenny Companies brokerages. So you can upload that here. I personally don't have anything in there right now. I am not a licensed agent, so I don't like to market myself as one, but I do use this as teaching purposes. And so just make sure that your name is all updated. Your agent license number is in here. If you don't have this in here right now, make sure that you reach out to your ASC, MCA. They can get that updated too on your white pages as well. And then your team, for your team name, you can market yourself however you want. So I know that Brandon, he is working with his partner Tim, and so they have marketed themselves as Rogers or Despain's Rogers or Rogers Despain. I'm not 100% sure, but they market themselves that way, and so they can always put themselves in, put their team as Despain Rogers team or Rogers Despain team, or however they're marketing themselves. So also, like for me, once I do become a licensed agent, I want to market myself as Sierra Sells Seattle. That's going to be my main focus, is just Seattle. Obviously, I would love to sell anywhere, but that's going to be how I'm going to market myself. So that's what I've put in for my team. You'll want to put in your professional job title. So realtor would be a great one. If you have any designations or credentials, you can also add that in. They have just actually added the military affiliation. That was actually not a part of that. So if you are a part of the reserve, or are a veteran, you can always put that in here as well. And then this is just the bio that Scott Leroy Marketing came up with. I have not updated this, but if you ever do want to update your bio, this is a great place to update that, and to a great place to update that and to kind of spruce up your bio. You can update all your mobile numbers, office numbers, your email, your website URL. Also your market center brokerage and logo. If you do not know how to get your market center logo, I'm just going to show you very quickly. You're going to go to actually KW Connect, and you would go to the resources tab. Sorry. Yes, the resources tab, and you're going to go to marketing, and then you'll go to logos and branding. And then as you scroll down, you can see if you put in your market center number or name. And so for Seattle, I am a part of the Seattle market center. And so our market center number is 399, and it brings up all of our logos. So depending on if you are with our West Seattle branch or with our downtown branch, you can use that, but you're also welcome to use Seattle. But just make sure that if you are with our West Seattle branch, you're not using the downtown logo. And if you are with our downtown, you're not using the West Seattle logo. You can use downtown and Seattle, or you can use Metro West and Seattle, but you cannot kind of cross the downtown and Seattle Metro West. So it just depends on what brokerage you signed or which location you signed up with. And if you're not sure, if you're with a different market center and you're not sure of the number, you can always reach out again to your ASC, MCA team leader, and they'll be more than happy to let you know what market center number you are with.
Question.
Yes.
Where would the Ben Kenny logos be?
So you can, honestly, I just go to Google and I look up Ben Kenny brokerages. And oops, that's not images. This is going to be Ben Kenny companies. You can use the BKCO, but also reach out to any, like, you know, Roberto, you can reach out to me and I'm more than happy. I have these saved to my computer, so I'm more than happy to send you the ones that I have as well. But, you know, you can go and kind of, I've always cheated the system and kind of just, you know, looked in here. And so there's a black one, they've got a blue one. You know, you can always use the Keller Williams BKCO, but just make sure you're not using the BKCO team, because there are Ben Kenny company teams within our office. And if you aren't a part of that, you don't want to market yourself that way. All right, so let's go back to our marketing profile. Again, just making sure your market center number is correct and all of your information here is correct. And then just as a heads up, in your legal footer, you're always going to want to have each office is independently owned and operated. That is very important. And then you can, if you are a part of the Realtor Association, so that would be like, if you filled out if you've paid for your Realtor Association dues, in my market center, I send those out after you are onboarded, and then you will receive dues in the mail. I am not 100% sure how the other market centers do that, but of course, again, reach out to your ASC or MCA, and they are more than happy to help you get that kind of figured out. You can use like the designation of realtor and fair housing if you are a part of that association. So just make sure, and you are required to be a part of that association with being a part of the Ben Kenny brokerages, but you can only use that if you have paid your dues. So that is a big one. And then of course, if you want to have your social medias attached or another legal footer images, you can put the realtor logo here if you are up on your dues. And then of course, any of the, like if you would like any Google Analytics or you want to add your social medias, you can do that as well. I am going to save, and now my marketing profile was saved, and everything's just up to date. I just love to start here, making sure all my information is up to date and nothing has changed. Actually, you know, I just got a new number, so I should probably change my, now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably change my phone number in here. And see, so, you know, you never know what you'll need to change in your marketing profile. So that's where we started. Again, getting to your marketing profile was clicking under your name, settings, connect settings, and then marketing profile. And again, just make sure that it is toggled to the right. So you want to see that green, this toggle be green, so that it does pull all of this information when you are creating something, so that you don't have to enter in your photo, enter in your name, and all of those details because they can just pull it from this information. All right, so now I'm going to go back home, which by clicking this red KW square, it is going to tell you what each of these little widgets are, you know, what they all stand for. So I'm going to go back home, and you can also just hover over to see what each of these are as well, but I like to kind of, you know, bring it out. So today we're starting off with contacts. And so we'll start here with our contacts. Most of you probably don't have any contacts. If you are a new agent getting started, you probably don't have any contacts in. So I'm going to show you 2 ways on how to enter contacts. One way is going to be just by entering a contact individually, and then I'm going to also show you how to enter contacts in mass. So all right, so first, you know, we're just seeing everything. I'm going to go up to add contact. It's going to be this blue button up in the right hand corner. We're just going to do add contact. So today I'm going to be doing the Saved by the Bell cast. That was one of my favorite shows growing up. I'm not that old, but I would watch the reruns before school. But I'm going to do the Saved by the Bell cast. So today we're going to start off with Zach Morris. And his email is going to be zach@thebell. And these are just obviously made up. You're going to want to make sure that you do have the correct information for your contacts. Zach@thebell.com. And then I don't have a phone number for Zach, so I'm going to leave that blank. He is a lead source from my contact, or he's a lead source. So you can either select from a list. So maybe I got him from Brivity. He's just a buyer, or he called in because he's seen my marketing. Or you can do from contacts. So I don't have any options right now, but let's say that Zach was friends with, you know, I have Alice Cullen here. He was friends with Alice Cullen, and she's the one who gave me this lead to reach out to Zach. I would be able to choose Alice from there, but we're going to choose from the list today. So I am going to say that Zach was, you know, he was a direct connection. You know, I met him at Walmart, and we got to talking, and he found out that I was a realtor, and he wanted, you know, gave me his information. He's interested in selling a property. Good morning. All right. So my lead source, oh, I thought I chose that. Oh, direct connection. So I can either mark him as a lead, or I can add him to my sales pipeline. So I'm going to mark him as a lead because of right now, he is someone who is looking to sell his house right now. He's looking to list and sell and get out of there. So he is a lead to me. He's a hot lead, but you can add him. You can also just add them, and you can add them to your sales pipeline as well, or you can just add them to your sales pipeline, just meaning he's in there. He's maybe someone that you're going to continue to reach out to. He's not ready to sell for 6 to 8 months. But today I'm just going to mark him as a lead. I can also add tags to him as well. So I'm going to say he is he's obviously a lead. He is a seller. And those are going to be my 2 tags. You can also add any tag that you want. So I can say Walmart. Because, you know, maybe that's just a place that I hang out, and I find leads. And so I can create that custom tag. I can make it whatever color I want, and I'm going to add him as a tag. Excuse me. So from here, I can either create the contact, or I can add more information. I personally always love to add more information. The more information that you give command, the more information that you're going to get out of command. So as you add more information, we'll add some additional contact information. And so you can add in their preferred method of contact, which I'm going to do email because I personally right now, I only have his email. I don't have his phone number. But let's say up here, this is not his personal, this is his work. And so you can also add in, you know, different types of emails. different types of phone numbers. If it's his mobile, cell, work, other, maybe it's his mom's phone number. You know, you can add all of those in. So I'm gonna say that Zach did give me his address. I'm gonna put in just an address that I know in Renton. And so this is where he wants to sell. This is the house that he wants to sell. So of course I'm gonna keep that in there. And then you're always gonna want to, when you do put a address in a contact, you're always going to want to click the same as mailing address. So just in case you do want to create a campaign, which is another thing that we will go over in future Tech Thursday classes, and you do a campaign where you want to send out mailers, as long as you click that same as mailing address, then it'll automatically be sent. But if you don't click that, then you'll have to go in and give the address again, and it's just a lot of work. So why not make the technology work harder for you, then make yourself work harder than the technology. If you have any social profiles, you can enter in any of those. Next is about, let's say you have birthday or home anniversaries. Or if let's say I met Zach and he's married to Kelly Kapowski, and I want to add them in as one contact instead of having Zach and Kelly, we can add Kelly here. So, you know, I can add Kelly Kapowski here, and I can add her, and now she is a part of, you know, and I can, we're not going to add another spouse, of course not, remove, but you know, now Zach and Kelly are one contact. You can add in their work information, and then there is custom. So if you wanted to add some custom fields as what's their favorite sports team, you know, when's their children's birthdays, you have the option of adding in any of that information here as well. You don't have to, of course, if you don't want to. All right, so now that we've added all that in, we are going to press create. And as you can see, I'm going to actually show more than, sorry, I am going to show more than 10. So depending on how many contacts you do have, you can show up to 500 at a time. I'm going to show 25 because I only have 14. And so we've got Zach Morris, he's a lead. I can go in into here. We can see everything that I've created now. So as you can see, we've got his name, he's a lead. I've marked him as a lead. He's a direct connection. This is in my account. And what's really cool is because I put Zach's address in, it shows me his neighborhood. So he lives in downtown Renton. And so that was created for him here in downtown Renton. It shows you kind of a map. And then it has some suggested neighborhoods, which are going to be neighborhoods like neighboring neighborhoods around downtown Renton. And you can always add these to his neighborhood snapshot. I'm not going to go into neighborhood snapshot quite yet. We're going to keep going on how to upload contacts, and then we'll go into the neighborhood snapshot. But as you can see, we've got all the information in there. We've got relationships, his spouse, which was already created for Kelly. So if I click here on Kelly, as you can see, we've got information on her. I'd have to go in and give her a little bit more information, but Zach, it shows that there's a relationship with Zach. All right, I am going to go back to contacts. And next do we have any questions on how to upload just one single contact at a time? No? Awesome. All right. Okay, so next I'm going to show you how to upload contacts en masse. So let's say what the best place that you have contacts is your phone. One thing that's really cool that I just learned is if you do look it up on Google, you can actually export your contacts from your cell phone to like your iPhone. You can actually export that onto a CSV, which is a CSV file, which is kind of like an Excel file. And so that's one thing that you can do to get your contacts. But I'm just going to show you how to upload them just one by one. So we're going to do import. So we want to import, a bunch of contacts at once. The best thing for you to do when you want to import your contacts is click this download the pre-made CSV to upload your contacts into the KW commands system. So once you click that, you now have the pre-made CSV file that is going to help you upload your contacts. If you don't have Excel on your computer, you can always do, let's see, you can always go to sheets.google.com and you can always create a new spreadsheet. And let's see, can copy all of these. And Control V. Oops. It's not wanting to paste right now, but that is okay. We're just going to do it from Excel, but that is a way that you can kind of do a workaround if you don't have Excel. Okay, so as you can see, there are so many different things that you can enter. I personally, when I go and meet people to hopefully get them as a contact, I'm not going to be like, what is your full name? Is it, what, give me your middle name as well. And so most times I do not have a middle name. One thing that you're going to want to not do is delete any of these rows. If you don't have their prefix, that's okay. Just leave it blank. If you don't have their suffix, whatever that means, that's okay. Leave it blank. You're just going to want to make sure that you do not delete any of these, because when you do go to re-upload this to command, they're literally taking it row by row and placing them into the places that they're supposed to be placed. And so you're just going to want to make sure that you don't delete anything, because it's going to throw everything off and be a little bit wacky. All right, so I am going to start off with Jesse Spano. Next I have Lisa Turtle. Oops, I did Tuttle. And then we've got A.C. Slater and Screech Powers. All right, so we can do we don't have to put in their full legal name. I always recommend that you do. All right, I don't have birthday, I don't have home anniversary, I don't have about, but I do have I don't have any of their personal, do some personal phone numbers. Awesome. I don't have a primary work phone. I don't have an other. I don't have a home phone. And so I feel like, to me, primary personal phone is going to be the same as cell phone. So I just leave that blank again. Primary mobile phone. So there's so many options that you can put all this in. Again, if you don't have that information, just leave it blank. Do not delete the column. Just leave it blank and keep going. We don't have another personal phone. Wow, it's a lot of phones. All right, we've got some emails though. So Ken, we're gonna do Jesse@thebell.com. We've got Lisa@thebell.com. Oh, look, and because I'm using the same thing, they've kind of filled in for me there. So that's pretty cool. Gonna keep going. Don't have any other emails. Do we have some addresses though? I'm gonna do and so just a reminder for these address, this is line 1. Address line 2 would be if it's a suite, if they've got an apartment, a suite, something like that. And then you're going to want to put the city in the city. So it's not all going to be one. Oh, this is county. Whoopsies. Just a second. Tim's got it for me, just joking. So we're actually in, this is in King County. Zip code 98050. Oh, that is not the zip code there, 98136. And so, yep, we're just gonna keep going. Don't need to fill out mailing address because what we will do once we upload this is go into each of these contacts and click over that same as mailing address, or you can put in the same. I think it's easier just to go in and toggle that over. We'll keep going. Any other more information that I want to enter? I don't have any other addresses, but I can tag them through here as well. And these are just going to be the tags that are already pre-made in command. So you won't be able to create a new tag and create that, but you can, let's say she's a buyer. If you want to tag her that way, you'll put yes. She's a seller, she's a buyer. And this Screech, he actually bought and sold with me. So, or he bought with me already. So he's just somebody who's already in my database. All right, and then I have no other information that I am looking to update, but as you can see, we've got some information. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do file and save as. I'm gonna save this to my computer, and I just like to do my desktop because that's the easiest place for me to find it. And you're just gonna wanna make sure that you do save this as a CSV. All right, and we're going to do save. Yes. All right, so now that I've saved that, I'm going to put that down. And I'm going to pull over that CSV file into my import contacts. So I'm dragging and dropping. Ooh, look at that. I am wrong. The CS file must be saved to text. So let's make sure that I actually go back and save that correctly. So file, save as to my desktop, and we are going to save it to text. And I believe I'm in a Macintosh. I'm not sure which text I am saving it to, so I'm going to save it to the first one and see if that works. And then if not, that is okay. We can save it to the next one. Oops. Yeah, you know what? That's not right. You are actually supposed to save it to a CSV. I am not sure why they want you to do that. That is not correct. So now I've imported it. It is submitted. We've received your import. And sometimes, depending on how many contacts you put onto your spreadsheet, it may take a while for it to be updated. So now I'll just press finish, and I'm not seeing them in there quite yet. So I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. Going to give it, we've still only, we still don't see everybody yet. So I'm just going to give it a couple minutes. So far, does anybody have any questions on the import process? No? Awesome. All right, let's try refreshing. still not all the way there yet. And one thing, this was, okay, so because I failed that attempt earlier, they did let me know like, hey, something went wrong with your trying to upload or import. I'm going to dismiss that, but you will get a little red dot up here when your import is complete. It's going to kind of keep refreshing. And I know that it hasn't been done yet because of I have still only 15 contacts and I should have 19 because of I have uploaded 4 more. So we'll just give that a little bit of time. But as we're waiting for those to come in and upload, I am going to bring you back to Zach. We're going to go over, we are going to go over just kind of what this neighborhood snapshot means and what it can do for your business. So what's really cool is this is called a neighborhood snapshot. And so if you do have, let's say, so right now I have the area that Zach is selling from, which is the downtown Renton. So what you can do is preview this, excuse me. And now this is showing Zach every house that is available in his area. So now he has some comps on what houses in his area are going for and the pricing of them. So, you know, this is 603 and Zach is 606, and this is going for 450,000. You know, so Zach probably knows if he has 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, that's going to be probably around, unless he's way more updated or way less updated, that's probably going to be around the price, or that's going to be about the price that he's going to be selling in. So he can see what houses are for sale in his area, and just kind of look at that. He can see also, and so this is something that's really cool, is when he is looking at this, if he's interested in talking, it's going to go straight to me. It's not going to go to, you know, a Redfin agent or a Zillow agent. It's going to, his questions and comments are going to come straight to me. Another cool thing is Zach can actually, I can't do this right now because we're actually looking at a preview, but if Zach was interested in adding a different neighborhood, maybe, you know, he's selling in downtown Renton, but he's looking to, you know, live in the Skyway area, he could actually add the Skyway neighborhood area so that he can kind of see what's going on there. Also, he can get neighborhood stats for his downtown Renton area. So right now there are 2 homes for sale, 6 are pending. This is the average home price of that area. This is the amount of money that is price per square foot, how many days houses are usually on the market. So to also explore the neighborhood, this is going to be some current stats, and these are going to be the sold stats. It gives you a way to see your transit and commute. So let's say, you know, I'm sending this, you know, maybe Zach has added in the Skyway neighborhood, and so he wants to search for a place, and he's going to put in his work address. This will actually give you, right now it's going to take us from the downtown because that is the area that that's the only neighborhood that is in there. But once this kind of comes up, this can actually tell you how much your commute is. So this is really a really good thing for your buyers as well. So if they're looking, you know, in different places and want to see this information, which I am not sure why it's taking so long. Let's try that again. Taking a little bit today. It's never a Tech Thursday if we don't have some technical issues, that's for sure. All right, so I'm going to skip over this, but it would be able to show you your commute as well. It does show me the nearby schools. So if, the school that, maybe I'm moving into this area and that's important to me, it does show me what public and private schools I do have. And then also they've got Yelp, and they're going to tell you some cool, some really, really cool restaurants and things that are in your area. You can look up the nightlife. So we're looking for places. We've got some pubs, some sports bars and grills. We've got some ale houses. If I'm looking for shopping, got McLinden's. And so there's some really cool things that you can kind of look into, not only just in your little neighborhood, but also kind of on the outskirts. And then lastly, again, it's going to show you those the homes that are for sale in that area. And it gives you kind of neighboring neighborhoods as well, that information. And then again, it's going to give you, if Zach is looking at this and he's interested, you know what, now's the best time for me to sell. I'm seeing all this information on, 3 homes for sale, 2 homes for sale. There's no homes for sale in North Renton. And, so there's not a lot on the market. So maybe it is a good time for me to sell. And I'm seeing these average home prices are spiking up. Let me get in touch with Sierra as soon as possible to get my home sold so that, I can make the top dollar for my house. It's when he's interested to talk, it's going to go straight to me. It's not going to go again to a Redfin agent, a Zillow agent, a Windermere agent. It's going to come straight to me, into my database. And so that's what's really cool about this neighborhood snapshot. And again, because I have updated my marketing profile, all of this information was just pulled over. So again, as you see that Sierra sells Seattle, it's got, all this information. I didn't have to put any of that information in because of it was pulled from my marketing profile. All right, so this is again, a neighborhood snapshot. It is branded to me. Excuse me, it is branded to me because of, again, it's pulled over straight from my marketing profile. So that is really cool. All right, I'm going to go back to contacts and let's see if they have finally got our contacts updated, which it doesn't look like they have. No, they have not. And it doesn't usually take this long. I'm not sure kind of what's going on with Command today, but again, Command is going to take its time, and it's, it's a work in progress each and every day, but you just got to give it a little bit of time. Your contacts will eventually pop up. But I do want to go over kind of just a couple more things about contacts. But before I go into contacts, did anybody have any questions on the neighborhood snapshot that we just went over? It's kind of this part. And again, you can also put suggested neighborhoods in there. So I just added Plumtree and Earlington Hill. And then of course you can copy this link. And so now I've copied it, and now I'm going to go send this directly to Zach and be like, hey, Zach, check this out. I can do it through Smart Plans, add a Smart Plan to Zach. And so one thing would be like, watch your neighborhood. And these are all things that you'll see in another class. Again, we'll go more deep into Smart Plans, but you can also do like my neighborhood nurture. And these are ways that you can stay in contact with Zach automatedly by sending him this neighborhood snapshot. All right, so we're going to go back to contacts. And so now that we've learned how to upload one contact, how to upload multiple contacts, I just want to kind of go over what all of this information up here is. So you can always, if you have 1 million contacts in here and you just need to search for somebody, I'm going to search for Jessie, and obviously she's not in here yet. So your search did not return anything. I also have a Rosa in here. So let's look for Rosa. She's come in. I've got Rosa Lee as well. And you can search by everything, just by email addresses, the address, first and last name. You can also filter So right now I only want leads, and I can apply. So it's only going to give me the people that I have tagged as a lead. And now I can, filters on. Now I can just do all contacts, save. That's going to give me back without those filters. Also, you can do, you can filter by the tag. So maybe I only want my Walmart tagged people in here to show up. Maybe I only want my Walmart and open house. I'm going to apply. As you can see now, only those people are going to pop up. And then of course you can always just do all contacts and apply, and that'll bring it back to your normal view. We've also got smart view. So you can create a smart view by, let's just manage a smart view. So all contacts, and then I have people who are only my Twilight character or my Twilight. So I'll apply new default, and it's only going to be the people who I have created my smart view as Twilight. And then you can also create your own smart view. So maybe you might want to have your people only from open house 123 street, or you want to have your people that all came from your iPhone. You want to have your people who all came from maybe like a lead source, like let's say Facebook or Boomtown or something of that sort. You can also create those smart views as well. And then I can also select a team to view the lead pool. So if I wanted to select all 3 of these people, and then I want to, let's say, add a note to all 3 of them, or if I wanted to archive all of them, if I wanted to add a bulk activity, if I wanted to add a tag, send in a text message, if I wanted to remove tags, add to a certain email list, make a copy and share, I can also do that in bulk action. I can also customize my columns. So if I was like, you know what, I would rather see the day that they were last contacted first, let me update that. And so now you see last contacted first. So you can change those around as if you wanted, and then you can also give these available content columns as well. So we'll apply that. And now, as you can see, you can scroll over and it's going to give all of those available columns that I just added. You can also view it by list, or you can view it kind of in this like block stage. And so you can see it like that as well. And then of course, I'm only viewing Twilight, so I want to again go back to all contacts, and I have 15. So if you do the show 1 through 10, you can do show up to 500. Obviously I only have 15, so they're only going to show me 15, but they do have that as well. Then up in this corner here, these 3 dots, you can export all of your contacts. Like let's say you decided, maybe command is not how you want to do your CSV anymore. Maybe you want to move over to Brevity. You can export all of your contacts, and so that you have a CSV file that you can upload into Brevity as well. And then, yeah, that is pretty much it. You can change your view, all contacts. But that is pretty much contacts. Does anybody have any questions that I can go over, that maybe you didn't understand something, or you just have any questions that I can answer for you about contacts that maybe we did not go over today? No? All right, well, it looks like I'm going to be giving you about 10 minutes back in your day to hopefully go and upload your contacts into Command. Feel free to reach out to me at any time. I am here to help you and to support you. I am going to put my email address into the chat right now. So if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I am the ASC in the Seattle office, and I'm always here to help and support. You can always, if you are not with the Seattle office, you can always reach out to your ASC and they would be more than happy to help you as well. But that is pretty much it. So thank you guys all for stopping in to Tech Thursday today. I'm actually going to let you know just a second. Next Thursday, you're going to want to make sure that you are plugged in again, because Avelina, she is the ASC out of the Tacoma office, is going to be teaching you all about designs and what designs has to offer. And yes, Amanda, this is recorded and it will be available. Kara, she is the ASC out of the North Seattle office. She is the one who uploads all of these, and she is actually going to be on vacation until I believe the 9th. So it may not be available until after she gets back, but it will be available. And of course we do here, I'll put this in the chat as well. I've probably taught this class already about 2 or 3 times. We are about a year, a little bit over a year into Tech Thursdays. So I'm going to put the link into to our Tech Thursday YouTube, which has previously taught classes. So we've pretty much already gone over all of the everything that has to do with command. But of course, we want you to come to the live versions because of you may have a question that somebody didn't have or didn't go over. You're not going to be able to see the chat. So, you know, sometimes we just answer questions in the chat. But yeah, so I'll put that in there just in case you want to, oh, that was direct message, sorry. Just in case any of you guys do want to go look at any previous Tech Thursday classes that were taught, if you're just wanting to get ahead, more power to you. But all right, well, thank you guys all for joining me today. I really, really appreciate it. I enjoyed helping you all learn more about contacts.
Hey, Sierra, bye.
Bye.